Breaking news, breaking news. This is crazy. The leader of the Latin Kings arrested in Chicago after putting out a hit on Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino. Whoa, this guy right here, 37-year-old Juan Espinoza Martinez, taken into custody. This maniac here put a $10,000 hit out on Bovino, Border Patrol, the commander who was going around rounding up illegals in Chicago. This comes after Brandon Johnson and Governor Pritzker, the rhetoric, inciting the masses to confront and attack ICE. So this is crazy. Let me give you some information about this guy here and the arrest, Latin Kings leader here. Check it out.
We have other breaking news that we're following this afternoon. A high-ranking member of a street gang is charged with putting a hit out on a senior law enforcement official involved with Operation Midway Blitz. Police arrested 37-year-old Juan Espinoza Martinez this morning. And according to the U.S. Attorney's Office here in Chicago, Martinez sent a Snapchat message stating, quote, $2K on information when you get him and $10K if you take him down. The Tribune reports the alleged target was Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino. A court date has not been set.
After a district judge refused a request by Democrats to block the federal deployment.
Mike Tobin joins us live in Chicago with the latest. Hey, Mike.
Good morning, gang. Let me start you out with a story we broke for you yesterday that a bounty was put on the head of the commander of the Border Patrol out here, Chief Gregory Bovino. Federal prosecutors, I should say, released yesterday that they had arrested one suspect. They described him as a ranking member of the Latin King street gang. His name is Juan Espinoza Martinez, alleging that he solicited the murder of Bovino. Part of the evidence, a Snapchat message offering $2,000 for information about Bovino, $10,000 to, quote, take him down. Here's Chief Bovino last night.
It's a war zone out there. Secretary No mentioned a bounty on the heads of federal agents, that $2,000 to kidnap, $10,000 to kill senior Border Patrol officials and senior ICE officials here in Chicago. That's something out of a third world country. Is this America? So we do need to get to the bottom of that, and I do believe that we'll get some more clarity on what happened there with the response.
Now, prosecutors also claim they developed information that Espinoza had dispatched gang members to 39th and Kedzie on the south side on Saturday. That is the scene where Border Patrol was rammed and boxed in, where a Border Patrol agent fired and struck one of his alleged attackers. And that is also the location from which agents called for help. The controversy now is evidence that indicates Chicago cops were ordered to stand down and not help their federal counterparts. That's something Superintendent Larry Snelling denied yesterday, but rank-and-file Chicago police are outraged.
Sadly, this department is in literally a shell of itself and so fearful of what politicians and this mayor are going to do to them.
Now, the National Guard is on its way to Chicago. As you mentioned, some 400 Texas National Guardsmen have been called up with the cooperation of Governor Abbott, some to Portland area, some to Chicago. The Illinois National Guard has been called up, and the Illinois Attorney General challenged that in court. Now, yesterday, U.S. District Judge April Perry refused to block the deployment of the Guard, saying simply there were voluminous court filings, and she needed time to read all of them before she offered a ruling, but it came with great displeasure to Illinois' Governor, J.B. Pritzker.
Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities. The state of Illinois is going to use every lever at our disposal to resist this power grab and get Noam's thugs the hell out of Chicago. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid, and I won't back down.
And yesterday, Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order declaring city property ICE-free zones. The White House responded to that shields violent and criminal illegals and abandons the citizens of Chicago.
This also comes days after Border Patrol ICE attacked in Chicago, Brighton Park, a suburb. Vehicles rammed into them, and a woman with a gun who has been making threats. So it's the second serious incident in the last week targeting ICE and Border Patrol federal officers in Chicago. And you know what, folks? This is what the Trump administration is going to use to justify the National Guard. These are two major examples, and I can't see how a federal judge would deny National Guard being in Chicago, considering that Chicago officials and Pritzker, they're appealing, right? They're filing restraining orders, and they don't want the National Guard. But when you got incidents like this, crazy stuff where there's plots to take out Border Patrol and then Border Patrol getting attacked in actual real life, how is a judge going to rule against National Guard going there to maintain and restore law and order? There is no law and order right now in Chicago. It is a mess. Let me know what you think about this. We are definitely monitoring the situation out of Chicago. Sub to the channel, hit the notification button. We will talk soon. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.